Welcome back, nomadic wanderers and mobile architecture enthusiasts. Today, we are taking a fascinating detour from our usual heavy machinery and roaring engines to explore a completely different kind of mobility. We are diving deep into a phenomenon that is rapidly reshaping how people view home, work, and travel. What could a modern nomad possibly wish for more than the ultimate freedom to take their entire life on the road without sacrificing an ounce of comfort? Imagine an adorable, masterfully crafted tiny house that features a quirky, dedicated office, a fully equipped gourmet kitchen, and an astonishing amount of storage space, all perfectly balanced on a set of wheels. This is not just a pipe dream. It is a stunning reality built for a remote worker named Dorothee and her feline companion, and it proves that downgrading your square footage does not mean you have to downgrade your lifestyle. In fact, it might just be the absolute definition of living simply, beautifully, and in complete harmony with nature. When we talk about the tiny house movement, we often see mass-produced platforms that pump out identical layouts like cookie cutters. But if you look across the ocean to France, you will find artisanal builders who view these ultra-compact wooden frames as blank canvases. La Tiny House happens to be the oldest tiny house builder in France, and they are responsible for this particular masterpiece. True minimalism on wheels is exactly what you will find when you look closely at their custom creations. From the outside, these tiny gems might look like dreamy little cabins meant only for brief weekend escapes, but step inside and they reveal incredibly practical features designed specifically for long-term, comfortable accommodation. With this specific builder, a custom tiny home means personalized furniture, tailored fittings, and unique finishes. Every single exterior they produce is uniquely designed, and no two completed builds are ever exactly alike. The layout is determined organically by the specific needs of the owner, resulting in a living space that feels like a bespoke work of art rather than a standard recreational vehicle. As you step inside Dorothee's custom tiny house, you are immediately struck by a bright, airy interior that possesses an incredibly serene and soothing quality. The foundation of this calming atmosphere is the light-toned wood paneling that runs seamlessly throughout the entire space.
This creates a neutral, natural color palette that feels deeply relaxing, which is especially important for modern nomads who want a quiet retreat from the chaotic visual stimuli of the outside world. But what truly makes this interior feel expansive, extending far beyond the actual physical footprint of the trailer, is the generous use of glazing. In a brilliant modern update to traditional wooden cabin design, massive windows fill the entire home with abundant natural light. This architectural choice allows the owner and any lucky guests to enjoy breathtaking views of the French countryside from literally any angle, ensuring that they feel constantly connected to their beautiful surroundings no matter what room they are in. The ground floor layout of this tiny home is where things get truly interesting and slightly unusual compared to the most frequent tiny house floor plans on the market. In a standard setup, you would typically expect the lounge to be at the very end of the trailer and the kitchen to be placed in the center. Here, the builder and the owner decided to swap those placements entirely. The kitchen now sits securely where the lounge would normally be located, while the lounge has been shifted to the very center of the home. This might sound like a minor tweak, but it completely transforms the flow of the space. The lounge is set comfortably against one of the side walls, but because of its central placement, it directly faces a massive panoramic window. This strategic alignment makes all the difference in the world, turning a simple seating area into an immersive viewing gallery. A couple of carefully placed loft-level windows brighten this middle section even further, working in tandem with the fully glazed main entrance to bathe the center of the home in sunlight. One of the greatest added bonuses of swapping the kitchen and the lounge is the sheer amount of floor space it frees up. Because the center of the room is kept open, there is now enough space for a dedicated tiny dining area. To maintain maximum efficiency, the builder incorporated a brilliant small dining table set on wheels. This allows the table to be moved out of the way when not in use, providing total flexibility for the owner, along with a couple of chairs that can be easily tucked away. It is this kind of thoughtful, adaptable engineering that elevates a simple mobile home into a highly functional daily living space.
But perhaps the most charming and functional element of this entire build is the adorable home office. Tucked away in a quirky loft space, this office requires going up and down a ladder. And while it might not feature the most luxurious ergonomic seating, it is an absolute dream come true for a remote worker. It provides a separate, dedicated cocoon for focusing on tasks without completely disconnecting from the cozy atmosphere of the home below. It is a fantastic example of thinking outside the box and working with limited vertical space without feeling restricted. This kind of architectural ingenuity fundamentally blurs the line between automotive engineering and traditional real estate. For years, people who wanted to travel continuously had to settle for standard recreational vehicles that often felt plasticky, impersonal, and disconnected from the natural environment. On the other hand, those who wanted the rustic charm of a wooden cabin were forced to stay rooted in one specific location. This bespoke French creation completely shatters that compromise. By combining the mobility of a heavy-duty trailer chassis with the artisan craftsmanship of a traditional home, it offers an unprecedented level of freedom. You can park it by a serene lake for the summer, tow it to a mountainous retreat for the winter, and never once feel like you are living out of a suitcase. The integration of modern amenities, from the clever storage solutions to the fully functional kitchen that handles daily meal prep with ease, proves that life on the road is evolving. It is no longer about roughing it. It is about curating a perfectly tailored living experience that travels alongside you, wherever the wind may blow. Finally, no tour of this mobile masterpiece would be complete without mentioning the bathroom. It is a textbook example of French tiny house design, featuring the same beautiful wood paneling found throughout the rest of the home. Despite its compact footprint, it is highly admirable how the standard basic plumbing equipment is integrated seamlessly alongside custom-made wooden furniture. Nothing feels out of place or clunky. Every tiny house design presents a unique set of challenges, and it is entirely up to the builder to turn a small wooden frame into a true dream home on wheels.
For the modern nomads out there currently plotting their escape from the traditional housing market, this inspirational tiny cocoon is absolute proof that tiny living can be successfully adapted to almost any lifestyle. It shows that with the right design, living tiny might just turn out to be infinitely better than what you ever thought was possible. Could you see yourself working remotely from a lofted office in a home on wheels? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And do not forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the most fascinating mobile homes the world has to offer.